There is a profound truth that runs like a golden thread through the fabric of human existence. It is this: you are today where your thoughts have brought you, and you will be tomorrow where your thoughts take you. This is not merely philosophy. This is the fundamental law governing human experience. Your mind is not a passive vessel waiting to be filled by circumstance. It is the active architect of your character, the silent sculptor of your destiny, the invisible force that shapes every condition of your life. Most people live as though they are victims of chance. They speak of luck, of fate, of circumstances beyond their control, but the wise person knows differently. The wise person understands that thought is cause and experience is effect. Nothing happens to you that does not first happen within you. Consider for a moment the man who rises each morning consumed by thoughts of worry and fear. He dwells upon what might go wrong. He rehearses his failures. He anticipates disappointment. What kind of day does such a man create for himself? What manner of life does he build with such mental materials? Now picture another man who begins each day by dwelling upon thoughts of strength and possibility. He sees challenges as opportunities for growth. He holds visions of success and contribution. His mind is a workshop where hope and determination are the tools he uses. Which man do you suppose experiences the richer life? The difference lies not in their circumstances, but in their thoughts. The first man has made himself a magnet for the very experiences he fears. The second has aligned his inner vision with the life he wishes to create. This is the great secret that transforms ordinary lives into extraordinary ones. You do not attract what you want. You attract what you are. And what you are is determined moment by moment by the thoughts you choose to entertain. Your thoughts are like seeds planted in the fertile soil of consciousness. Every thought you think, every mental image you hold, every belief you nurture is a seed that must bear fruit in your experience. Plant thoughts of abundance, and abundance will grow. Plant thoughts of limitation, and you will harvest restriction. But here is what most fail to understand. The mind, left unattended, becomes like a garden overrun with weeds. Random thoughts take root, negative patterns multiply, fear spreads like ivy, choking out the flowers of possibility that try to grow. The conscious person takes responsibility for the garden of their mind. They do not allow every stray thought to take root and flourish. Instead, they become deliberate gardeners of consciousness, carefully selecting which thoughts to nurture and which to remove. This requires vigilance. It demands that you become aware of the constant stream of thoughts flowing through your mind. Most people are unconscious of their thinking. They allow their minds to wander down familiar paths of worry, resentment, or discontent without ever questioning where these paths lead. Begin to observe your thoughts as you would observe the weather. Notice the patterns. See how certain thoughts consistently lead to certain feelings. Watch how your mental habits create your emotional climate. This awareness is the first step toward mastery. When you catch your mind dwelling upon thoughts that diminish your peace or limit your possibilities, gently redirect it. This is not about fighting your thoughts or forcing positivity. It is about conscious choice. It is about recognizing that you have the power to select which thoughts deserve your attention and which deserve to be released. Replace the thought of limitation with the thought of expansion. Where you once saw obstacles, train yourself to see stepping stones. Where you once felt powerless, cultivate thoughts of inner strength and resourcefulness. This is not mere wishful thinking. This is the practical application of a universal law. Just as surely as water flows downhill and plants grow toward light, your outer life will arrange itself to match your inner vision. The person who consistently holds thoughts of health becomes more vital and energetic. The one who dwells upon thoughts of prosperity becomes more resourceful and abundant. The individual who maintains thoughts of love and kindness becomes more magnetic and beloved. This transformation does not happen overnight. Like the patient farmer who plants seeds in spring and harvests in autumn, you must trust the process. Every positive thought you think is an investment in your future self. Every limiting belief you release makes room for greater possibilities. Some will say this places too much responsibility upon the individual. They will argue that circumstances shape us more than we shape circumstances. But this view robs us of our greatest power. It makes us beggars waiting for external conditions to change rather than creators actively shaping our experience. The truth is more empowering. While you cannot always control what happens to you, you can always control how you think about what happens to you. And this power of choice, exercised consistently over time, is what determines the quality and direction of your life. Your character is nothing more than the sum total of your dominant thoughts. If you wish to change your character, change your thinking. If you desire different circumstances, cultivate different mental habits. If you seek a transformed life, begin with transformed thoughts. The process is simple but not easy. It requires dedication, patience, and faith in principles that may not yet be fully proven in your experience. You must learn to hold your vision steady even when external appearances seem to contradict it. Think of the oak tree that grows from a tiny acorn. For months, perhaps years, there is no visible sign above ground that anything is happening. Yet beneath the surface, roots are growing, strength is building, and the future tree is taking shape. Your thoughts work in the same way. The changes may be invisible at first, but they are real and they are cumulative. Every time you choose a thought of courage over a thought of fear, you add to your store of inner strength. Every time you replace criticism with compassion, you increase your capacity for joy. Every time you hold a vision of your highest potential rather than dwelling on past failures, you move closer to the realization of that vision. This is not about denying reality or avoiding legitimate challenges. It is about approaching life from a position of inner power rather than inner weakness. It is about recognizing that while external conditions are often beyond your control, your response to those conditions is always within your power. The person who masters their thoughts masters their life. They become like a skilled captain, navigating stormy seas, using the winds of circumstance to reach their chosen destination rather than being blown off course by every passing gale. Begin today to exercise conscious dominion over your mental realm. When you wake each morning, instead of immediately surrendering your mind to whatever concerns demand your attention, take a few moments to set your mental tone for the day. Choose thoughts that inspire you. Hold images that uplift you. Carry beliefs that empower you. Throughout the day, remain watchful. Notice when your thoughts drift toward patterns that diminish your peace or limit your possibilities. In those moments, remember your power to choose. Redirect your mental energy toward thoughts that serve your highest good. As you make this practice a habit, you will begin to see changes in your outer world that mirror the transformation taking place within. People will respond to you differently. Opportunities will appear where none existed before. Solutions will emerge for problems that once seemed insurmountable. This is not magic. This is the natural result of aligning your inner vision with your deepest aspirations. When you change the way you think, you change the way you act. When you change the way you act, you change the results you create. And when you change your results, you transform your life. The power to shape your destiny lies not in your circumstances, but in your consciousness. Not in your conditions, but in your convictions. Not in what happens to you, but in how you choose to think about what happens to you. You are the author of your own experience. Every day you write another page in the story of your life. Make it a story worthy of your highest potential. Think thoughts that honor your true nature. Hold visions that inspire your greatest contribution. As you think, so you become. As you become, so you experience. As you experience, so you contribute to the great tapestry of human possibility. The choice is yours, moment by moment, thought by thought. Choose wisely and watch as your inner vision becomes your outer reality.